From a skinny chopstick who loved basketball and Michael Jordan, to a 5'6" and 300-pound meatball who cares a lot about human rights as much as I care about financial metrics when choosing stocks, publicly executes his own favorite uncle and half-brother, the dictator of North Korea, Kim Jong-un, never lived a normal life. He used to be that one Asian kid everyone had at their schools. Quiet, shy, liked to play video game, think he can play basketball, but not black enough. He was one of them. But who could imagine such a boy would be the most inhumane dictator in the world and be the ultimate nightmare for his 26 million people? Despite his name power, people know little about him except his BMI, which is the same as your mother's. This is a story of Kim Jong-un's life from his birth until today. Kim Jong-un's mother, Ko Young-hee, was a Japanese-Korean dancer born in Osaka, Japan. Her family ran a business in Japan, and it was human smuggling. Then the Japanese police caught them, and they were expelled to North Korea. Because she was born in Japan, it made her a dirty lower-class citizen in North Korea. She started her career as a pleasure dancer for Kim Jong-il, the second Kim of North Korea. She married him as his third wife, and they had 3 children. Kim Jong-un was the second kid. However, his grandfather, Kim Il-sung, the very first Kim, hated Ko Young-hee more than anything because she was a private prostitute for his son and she had dirty blood on top of that. So he never let Kim Jong-un call him grandpa. To make his boy feel better, Kim Jong-il spoiled his son so bad that one time he first met his father's private Japanese chef, Fujimoto Kenji. He was at Kim Jong-il's age, but when he tried to shake Kim Jong-un's hand to say hello, the 7-year-old boy looked down on him and said, "I don't shake hands with peasants." For his 8th birthday, he was given a sports car, and at the age of 10, he had his own Smith & Wessons. He had waterfalls at his house, private zoos, and he even had his own tigers and lions. But he never had any friends. His father wasn't very proud that he married a dirty blood, so his kids were a disgrace for him. They were completely isolated from the North Koreans' eyes, and his only companions were his siblings. In 1998, North Korea realized the importance of global education, so they sent Kim Jong-un and his siblings to a public school in Switzerland. To keep things out of media's radar, Kim used a fake passport with the name Park Un and pretended like he's a son of a North Korean embassy driver. While other kids in North Korea were suffering from the greatest famine in North Korean history, Kim Jong-un's time in Europe was every kid's dream vacation. He went skiing to the Alps, visited Disneyland in Paris, and he had Italian foods at 5-star restaurants. According to his classmates, Kim Jong-un never talked because his German was bad. His math was average, but in a white country. A chopstick boy getting an average score on math in a white country. But there was one thing he was exceptionally good at. It was art. And this is where we see the pattern. He was also obsessed with Nike and Air Jordan. So, this guy was Kim Jong-un's teacher in Switzerland. He once made fun of Kim Jong-un by saying, "Hey Kim, you were like a professional player, but your play sucks." I personally want to hear more than that, such as, "I used to wedgie the supreme leader." Kim Jong-un had a best friend named Micaelo, who was the son of a Portuguese diplomat. They used to hang out together playing video games and drawing his favorite basketball player Michael Jordan. After 2 years in Switzerland, Kim and his siblings had to go back to North Korea. He finally told his best friend that his dad was the supreme leader of North Korea. Micaelo thought he lost his mind because he had to go back to North Korea. 12 years later, Micaelo became a chef. One day, 2 people knocked on Micaelo's door. They were from DPRK embassy and they said, "Our supreme leader wants to invite you to Pyongyang." He finally realized that Park Un wasn't lying, and his actual name was Kim Jong-un. He flew to Pyongyang right away, and Kim was there to greet him. When he met Kim, he wasn't sure what name to call, so he just called his old name, Un. After he came back to North Korea, he started to compete with his stepbrothers to become the next supreme leader. There were 2 competitors. Competitor number 1 is Kim Jong-nam. He used to be Kim Jong-il's favorite, but when he got caught trying to sneak into Japan with a fake Dominican Republic passport to go to Tokyo Disneyland, he got exiled from the royal Kim's family. I wonder what made him to use a fake Dominican Republican passport when the Asian population in the country is literally this. Competitor number 2 is Kim Jong-chol. He is a son from Kim Jong-il's first wife, which sounds much better than a son from a dirty blood Japanese. But he wanted to become a musician, not a dictator. Also, his dad thought he was too weak to be the next leader because he had mental conditions and man boobs from steroid side effects. Compared to these two, Kim Jong-un was far more aggressive and ruthless. He quickly became his dad's favorite, and he joined the North Korean military to start his career. He served with a fake name Kim Chol-soo so that people don't know he's the supreme leader's son. Military life was never easy for him because he grew up like a prince without experiencing any hunger or difficulty. After 18 months of beating and bullying, he finally thought, "I'm done with this shit," and finished his military career. The first thing he did after coming back to his office was sending people who bullied him in the army to a concentration camp. To make them feel supported and cherished, their families and relatives were sent as well. When Kim Il-sung died of heart attack in 2011, Kim Jong-un was only 27. The world thought he would just be a puppet for the older generals. They were completely wrong. He quickly realized that the only way to control those old dogs was fear. His first target was Jang Sung-taek. He was Kim Jong-un's uncle and his name was the second biggest in North Korea. In 2013, Jang was dragged out of a national meeting without any prior notice and executed publicly with anti-aircraft machine guns. Then his second target was his half-brother Kim Jong-nam. In 2017, 2 women walked up to him in a Malaysian airport and wiped a chemical substance called VX, a type of neurotoxin, on his face. Just like that, Kim Jong-nam died after 20 minutes. He was eliminated because he knew too many secrets about Kim Jong-un. Also, he was about to exile to South Korea. By 2018, Kim Jong-un had executed over 300 people. Nowadays, Kim Jong-un's got some serious medical issues, including extreme obesity, high blood pressure, diabetes, and other conditions your mom has. It's said that he eats a pound of Emmental cheese because he can't forget the taste of Europe from his teenagehood and smokes 2 packs of cigarettes every day. Since the first day of his supreme leadership, he has gained over 120 pounds. Many medical experts say that he has less than 5 years left. That's why he has been promoting his 13-year-old daughter Kim Ju-hye recently, just in case of a sudden death of himself. His sister Kim Yo-jong used to be his backup plan, but now she is out of the game. Things are highly unpredictable regarding the power shift in North Korea, but one thing for sure is that even Kim Jong-un himself knows his end is near, whether it's just like how he did to his uncle or a classic heart attack. Many people think peace will come to the Korean peninsula once Kim Jong-un dies, but actually it's the opposite. Kim Jong-un's regime will collapse quickly and their political situation will be extremely unstable. North Korea's answer to this kind of political chaos has always been reckless military actions, such as bombing South Korea or launching missiles to Japan. This is why I believe Trump should allow Ozempic to be exported to Pyongyang so that this pig doesn't die overnight. And I'm not gonna lie, he looks kinda cute in this photo. Yep, that was it for the story of Kim Jong-un from his birth to up-to-date news. Thank you for watching and see you next time.